If you're looking for one of the most unique international films this year, then man oh man, you should definitely look forward to Riders of Justice. It's got action, it's got comedy, it's got heart, and it's got Mads Mikkelsen, which is like the main reason you should go see it. What's going on, buddy? Welcome back to a brand new movie review. My name is Zach. I am the Wolf of Geek Street, and if you guys are new here, make sure again to hit that like and subscribe button, because if you love talking movies, this is the channel for you guys. As well, make sure to comment down below and let me know your guys' thoughts. Are you guys excited for Riders of Justice? Have you heard about it before? Well, hopefully, if you haven't yet, I'm here to persuade you on why you should check it out this weekend. Riders of Justice stars, again, Mads Mikkelsen as Markus, who has to go home to his teenage daughter Matilda after a tragic accident occurs in his family. It seems like it was a tragic accident, but after a mathematical geek does some research, it turns out that it might be more. After this, many different events follow through, and he gets himself maybe invested with the wrong people of sorts. Riders of Justice is a movie that was put onto my radar by a good friend, Ren Geekness of the channel. If you haven't checked it out, I'm gonna make sure to put a bio down below. We do a podcast together, and it was great. But he told me, you gotta see this film. So I made sure to make the time, got the screener, and made some time to watch Riders of Justice, and he was not wrong. This is a very entertaining movie, and one that now makes me super interested to dive back into the director's filmography, because it looks like this director, Anders Thomas Jensen, has wrote and also worked with a majority of this cast before in other kind of in the same style, more comedic type things. Because yes, while this does have that great action and has fun action set pieces, the thing with it all is it's more of the comedic moments that really play into it all, and I loved his direction style in here, and now I'm so happy that I'm opened my eyes to more of the stuff that he's done before. That's what this movie is. It's sudden, it's unexpected, it's kind of emotional at points, but again, it has that heart to it that makes it just completely work, and this is a very Danish film of all sorts. And just starting with the performances, Mads Mikkelsen just kills it. I want this guy in more action films. Like, I walked out of this, I'm like, I want Mads Mikkelsen in more action movies, because he just nails every single position. And every time he's in a role, he kills it. Like, this guy can do literally anything, and I'm there day one. Film continuously builds and builds to those unexpected and sudden moments that make you intrigued and interested within every single lingering question, and especially with where the story might go to towards the end. It's always, again, for a more comedic purpose, but it works, and even though the tonal shifts very much heavy on one side to another, it always put a big smile on my face and always made sure it fit inside the film. And that's a big risk, because sometimes tonal shifts that drastically go from comedy to drama to action to seriousness, it can be a little bit jarring, but not here at all. I think the topics of grief in here and how grieving can focus and change people for the better or for the worse are really important, and I really love how they were able to really establish that in here. I think, again, just goes to the directing and writing of this film and showing how great it actually is. Like, the movie's just straight up violent, and a lot of the violent moments are just laugh out loud. There are moments where you're gonna be sitting there like, oh my god, this is great, like John Wick type style. And there's other moments where you're just gonna be sitting there laughing your ass off. And by the end of the movie, I just had a big grin on my face. I walked out and just went, Riders of Justice is just one hell of a good time. I think really, again, even though the directing and writing was great, Mads Mikkelsen is the major star of this and gives a fantastic performance. There's one moment, again, where I said, again, the tonal shifts from action to comedy to drama really suddenly. There's one moment in particular where Mads Mikkelsen breaks a mirror and destroys like an entire bathroom, and just his emotion in that one scene really hit me hard and just brought me into the moment. Like, you know when you're watching a movie and you're sitting back, you're like, I'm really enjoying this, and then you kind of lean a little bit forward because you're getting into it? That's exactly what you do throughout this entire film. I think that's where it's going to come out to be. Riders of Justice isn't going to be for everyone, because again, there are some comedic things that kind of hit or miss and don't hit for every single person necessarily. And even, again, the villain is a little bit half-baked in here. I get the purpose of how they were using him, but I do feel like if you're going to have this villain show up and you're going to make him look all menacing, you know, it's a little bit half-baked, and it could have been a little bit better. Still, nonetheless, Riders of Justice is one of the most entertaining films I've seen this year. If you're looking for a good international film that you want to dive into, maybe you just love Mads Mikkelsen, Riders of Justice is the one for you. So with all that said, I'm going to give Riders of Justice a B+. Thank you once again, guys, for clicking on this. You guys are seriously all the best. Make sure to comment down below. Let me know your thoughts, as well as head over to Sandwich on Films on how to see films early. And, of course, it's a big thing to you and a big thing to my Patreon supporters, because without you, I wouldn't be able to do this. So, of course, until next time, stay classy.